ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरि ॐ तत्सत्। Earlier in the earlier verse, fifth verse, and also in the fourth verse and the third verse, in these verses, Sri Krishna has told Arjuna how there are various ways to attain him, and also he has told how those ways have some difference. The way of the unconditioned Brahman or Nirguna Brahman is much more difficult than the way of conditioned Brahman or Saguna Brahman. Sri Ramakrishna tells in the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, in the Gospel as recorded by Mahendranath Gupta, we find Sri Ramakrishna talking about bhakti, and he says that in the Kali Yuga, in the age of Kali, that is this particular era, in this Yuga, it is easier to follow bhakti, the path of bhakti or devotion. And it is difficult to follow Advaita Vedanta or Jnana Marga or the path of knowledge. Now, here Sri Krishna in the 6th verse and the 7th verse, these verses have to be read together. In these verses, Sri Krishna is talking about who are completely devoted or dedicated to God, and how these people immediately get God realization. He says, ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्पराः अनन्येनैव योगेन मां ध्यायन्त उपासते तेषाम् अहं समुद्धर्ता मृत्युसंसारसागरात् भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ मय्यावेशित चेतसाम्. Ye, who, tu, but, sarvani karmani, all actions, mai, in me, sanyasya, resigning, mat paraha, regarding me as the supreme, para, goal, ananyena, single-minded, yogena, with yoga, eva, indeed, mam, me, dhyayantah, meditating, upasate, worship, partha, O son of Pritha, aham, I, my, on me, aveshita chetasam, of those whose mind is set, tesham, for them, mrityu sansara sagarat, out of the ocean of the mortal samsara, na chirat, before long. Chirat means long time, eternity. Na chirat, before long. Samuddharta, the savior, bhavami, I become. So, here Sri Krishna is saying that for those people who resign all their actions in me. What do you mean, resign all the actions in me? That means a person who gives up all actions for God. So, when somebody gets something superior to what that person already possesses, then that person gives up that thing. It is automatically giving up for getting something higher. If you have something lower, you can give it up automatically if you are getting something higher. Or upon getting something higher, you automatically give up lower things. Similarly, it is in the case of spirituality. When one gets God, one understands God, then one automatically gives up worldly actions or worldly attachments. That is what is being told here. Sanyasya, mai sanyasya, resigning in me. That means here those people who surrender all the actions and also the fruits of the actions to God. Those who surrender the actions and also fruits of actions to God. So they don't give up actions, but they give up attachment to both actions and the fruits of actions. So they surrender that to God. Whatever happens, yadricha labha santushtah. Whatever happens, they take it as what comes to them, they take it as the offering from God, as the grace of God. And they are santushtah, they are satisfied, completely satisfied with what they get. And so here it is told, Mai sanyasya matpa. And why do they do this? Because they consider God to be supreme. And so they offer everything to God. Ananyena iva yogena. Ananyena eva yogena. So with single-minded yoga. That means yoga done with a single-minded focus, single-minded attention, concentration, or single-minded devotion. That yoga. They mam dhyayantah, they meditate on me, they upasate, they worship me, they meditate on me. Partha, O son of Pritha, aham, I, and on me, my aveshita chetasam, of those whose mind is set, tesham, for them, mrityu sansara sagarat. For such people, what does God do? That is what Sri Krishna is saying. For people who worship me, who surrender everything, every work and the fruits of work in me, for such people, they who meditate on me with single-minded yoga, for such people, and also people whose mind is set on me. How is set on me? Dhyayanta. Dhyayanta, their mind is aveshita chetasam. Chetasam, mind. Aveshita, it is set, it is fixed on me. And they meditate on me. So for such people, tesham, for them, mrityu sansara sagarat. Mrityu sansara sagarat, from the mortal samsara. That means mrityu, where there is death. Where there is death, that's samsara. What is samsara? Samsara means that which comes, that which moves. Sri, the root verb is sri. So sri means which moves, which has got motion. Samsara has got motion. It is a cyclical thing. So repeated death and repeated birth. And so there is this mrityu. That's why it's mrityu sansara. Mrityu sansara means that is the sansara where there is death. And so from there, once one is, why does one get into the samsara? One gets into the samsara because one considers oneself to be embodied. One considers oneself to be embodied, to be the body and the mind because of ignorance, because of ajnana. That is why somebody gets into the samsara. And so once a person gets into this ocean, sansara sagara, why is it considered to be ocean? Because it is an imagery, because it is so vast like ocean. It is as though you cannot, suppose you are in the middle of the ocean, if you want to swim to the shore of an ocean, it's difficult. You cannot swim. So it's insurmountable. It is as though it is impossible to surmount or impossible to cross. So that is why the imagery of ocean is given. Sansara Sagara, the ocean of Sansara. Now, Mrityu Sansara, the repeated death and repeated birth. One dies and again takes birth. So from there, how will those people who are meditating on the Lord, meditating on God, meditating on Sri Krishna, or meditating on any other form of God, how will those people who are worshipping them, worshipping God with one-pointed devotion, how will those people come out? So there should be aveshita chetasam. Aveshita chetasam, their mind should be set on God. And tesham, for them, mrityu sansara sagarat. From the ocean of the mortal sansara, So now the question might come, is there any immortal samsara? No, there is no immortal samsara, but it is just a clarification or an explanation about samsara, that it is mortal. Na chirat, without wasting any time. Without wasting any time, immediately Samudharta, the savior, Bhavami, I become. So I become the savior of these type of people, these kind of devotees who steadfastly with single-minded yoga, who meditate on me, worship me, I become their savior. Samudharta bhavami. I become their savior. So I save them. I save them from this cycle of birth and death. And then Sri Krishna says, Mayeva mana adhastva, Mayi buddhim niveshaya, Nivasishyasi Mayeva ata urdhvam na samshaya. So, my eva, on me alone, manah, your mind, adhastva, fix, my buddhim, in me, buddhi, your intellect, niveshaya, place, atah urdhvam, hereafter, atah means hereafter, urdhvam, hereafter means henceforth, my in me, eva alone, nivasishyasi, you shall live, na doubt, na samshayah, there is no doubt. So Sri Krishna is telling Arjuna, you see, for people who constantly meditate on me or constantly worship me, I protect them. I take them away from the sansara or the ocean of sansara, this repeated cyclical phenomenon of birth and death. So that is why it becomes quite logical that you should now fix your mind on me alone, not on anything else. So through Arjuna, Sri Krishna is giving this message to every one of us, that don't go here and there. Fix your mind on me alone. Me alone meaning not on worldly things, not on money, not on bank accounts, not on mutual funds, not on golds, of course, golden treasures, gold, whatever gold you have, or platinum or silver. Don't fix your mind on these things, because these things will not save you from this eternal, supposedly eternal, seemingly, apparently eternal ocean of samsara. I will save you, says God. So I means not necessarily the form of Sri Krishna, but God. So that is why fix your mind on me. Fix on your mind on me. Adhastva, fix my. And also you place your intellect on me. Focus your intellect on me. And then what will happen? Thereafter, you will live only in me. If you live only in God, God is what? God is the repository or the abode of bliss. God is the origin of the universe, and God is where the whole universe ends. So, if you live in God, if you constantly live in God, you will be free from all misery. You will be free from all dualities of life. You will not have raga, dvesha, attachment and aversion. So you'll be free from everything, every duality of your life. And so that is what is told here. Mayyeva mana adastvam. You repose your mind in me. Repose your mind in me. Then Sri Krishna says, Ata na samshaya, there is no doubt about it. So you see, this is not something which can be doubted. There is no doubt about this. So it is indubitable. It is undoubted thing. Undoubtedly, you would be constantly living in me if you only place your intellect in me. Place in your intellect in me. So, na samshayah, there is no doubt about this. He says, live in me. Live in me means you will merge in me. As the Upanishads say, Brahmavid Brahmaiva Bhavati, you will become one with me. And so when you become one with me, then you will have no misery, you will have no this momentary happiness, sukha dukkha. So momentary happiness and sadness, they're all momentary. You will be constantly in bliss, and Satchit Ananda will be your state, which is your state now, but you have forgotten it. So, that is why you have to put your mind, you have to repose your mind, you have to fix your mind on me, you have to fix your buddhi, intellect on me, and then you will have no problems. Atha chittam samadhatum na shaknoshi mai sthiram abhyasa yogena tato mam ichhaptum dhananjaya. Dhananjaya means conqueror of wealth. It is the name of Arjuna. So, O Arjuna, Dhananjaya, Atha, if mai on me, chittam your mind, sthiram steadily, samadhatum to fix, na shaknosi, you are unable, tataha then, abhyasa yogena, by yoga of abhyasa, mam, me, aptum, reach, ichha, you desire. So, what is the meaning here? The meaning is that Dhananjaya, if atha here means if it is impossible for you or it is difficult for you to fix your mind steadily on me. Chittam, mind, samadhatum, na shaknoshi. Samadhatum, to fix steadily. So, if you are sthiram samadhatum, sthiram is steadily, samadhatum to fix. So, if you are unable to fix your mind steadily on me, which is a common thing, it is difficult to fix one's mind steadily on anything, much less God. So, one may say, okay, we know all these things, that if we fix our mind on God, etc., we will get free from this ocean of samsara. But that is what we are unable to do. Our mind is completely fixed on money and wealth and relations and so many other things, but not God. So that also is being explained here. Shri Krishna is giving an option there also. In examinations, if you get option, you think you can crack the examination. So if you are, say, taking an examination and there is an option, either write this or write this or write that, then you see that, oh, whatever you have studied, that you can attempt. Suppose there is an option, then you can give up whatever you have not studied properly. So here, if there is any difficulty in constantly steadily thinking of me, then Shri Krishna says, then don't worry, you try to seek me, mam ichha aptum, mam aptum ichha, mam aptum, to reach me. So you try to reach me by, desire to reach me by abhyasa yogena, by practicing abhyasa yoga. What is abhyasa yoga? Abhyasa yoga is whenever your mind is deflected or goes away, wanders away from the object of meditation, then you bring it back and fix it on the object of meditation. In the 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Shri Krishna is telling this, yato yato nischarati manaschanchalam astiram tatah tata niyam yaitat atmanyeva vasham nayet. So whenever your mind, which is chanchalam, asthiram, which is unsteady and which is restless, moves away from the focus of meditation, whenever it does that, every time you bring back the mind and focus it on Atman, which is your focus or object of meditation, means center of meditation, goal of meditation. So Abhyasa Yoga essentially means practice. So if you cannot do it straight away, keep on practicing, then you will be able to do it. And that is the secret of most things, even worldly things, even empirical things. If you can't do something straight away, keep on practicing, and eventually you will reach there. You will be able to do that. So Sri Krishna will now further give more options. He will give more options. So God is trying to make spirituality or our getting out of this ocean of samsara very easy by giving various options. But if we don't do that, then who is to blame? So that is why we have to put our efforts to realize our true nature, to realize that we are the Atman and that we are not this body or the mind. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu.